This is a continuation of the previous example. We're evaluating some definite integrals. In this case, we got the integral from -1 to 8 of 35 times the cube root of x plus 3x quantity squared. It's kind of yucky looking. Let me rewrite that. Let's rewrite the cube root of x as x to the 1/3. And then what I need to do here is square out the x to 1/3 plus 3x quantity squared. And when I do that, I get x to the 2/3 plus 2 times this, which is 2 times 3 is 6, and x times x to the 1/3 is x to the 4/3, plus last term squared, that's 9x squared, and then I'm going to go ahead and distribute the 35. I'm thinking that it might be a good idea to do that, although it is optional, of course. And here's what I get. I get -1, the integral from -1 to 8 of 35x to the 2/3 plus 35 times 6 is 210 x to the 4/3. Ooh, nasty coefficients. Well, they're not nasty, they're integers, but they're kind of big. 9 times 35 is 315. Now, let's anti-differentiate this. Starting with the first term, I've got 35 times, use the power rule for antiderivatives here, you get x to the 5/3 divided by 5/3. Well, dividing by 5/3 is the same thing as multiplying by 3/5. Power rule on this, again, I get x to the 7/3 divided by 7/3, or multiply by 3/7. Plus 315 times, again, power rule, x cubed over 3. And the limits of integration are -1 to 8. Well, 35 divided by 5 is 7 times 3 is 21. So 21x to the 5/3. 210 divided by 7 is 30 times 3 is 90. Yucko. Well, that's what calculators are for, right? And 315 divided by 3 gives me 105. Okay, first evaluate the antiderivative at 8. Oh yeah, I'm going to be using calculator here. Then subtract what you get when you evaluate at -1. I'm about to go off the page. Hopefully you can see. Yep, it looks like it's all in view. Now I want to start simplifying. Let's see. Well, when I raise 8 to the 5/3 power, first I'm going to cube root, take the cube root of 8, which is 2, and then 2 to the 5th is 32. Same thing here, take the cube root of 8, which is 2, raise that to the 7th, and you get 128. And 8 cubed is 512. Well, at least there are no fractions, right? The cube root of -1 is -1. Raise that to the 5th, you get -1. Easy enough. Same thing here, -1. Take the cube root of that, you get -1. Raise it to the 7th power, you get -1. -1 cubed is -1. And now we just have to do the number crunching. Okay, so I punched this into my calculator, because I'm sure as heck not doing it by hand. Not since these videos have to be under 15 minutes. And I get, you'll love this, 65,952. Isn't that lovely? Minus, over here I've got -21 minus 90 minus 105. That's actually just, that's not much of anything compared to this. It's -216. And then I add these together, 65,952 plus 216 gives me, this is final answer, 66,168. It's not nice. It's big, I should say. But at least it's an integer. Okay, last of the four examples here. This is the fourth one. The integral from, I don't know if you can see this very well, but it's the integral from -π/3 to -π/4 of 4 secant squared t plus pi over t squared dt. The antiderivative of secant squared, or an antiderivative of secant squared, is tangent. So 4 tangent of t. Oh, you know what? Let's do this before I proceed with what I just did. Rewrite this as pi times t to the -2 so that I can use the power rule. So I have plus pi times, when I integrate this using the power rule, I get t to the -1 over -1. Well, dividing by -1 is the same thing as multiplying by -1. And that's going from -π/3 to -π/4. Clean it up a bit. Okay, first we evaluate this antiderivative at -π/4. And then we subtract what we get when we evaluate the same antiderivative at -π/3. Okay, well, the tangent of negative pi over 4 is negative 1. You can get that from your calculator. You can get that from the unit circle, whatever. Plus, well, you can see why it's plus. When I divide pi by pi over 4, that same thing as multiplying pi by 4 over pi. When I do that, the pi's cancel. And I get 4. The tangent of negative pi over 3 is minus the square root of 3. You can think of it as sine minus pi over 3 over cosine of minus pi over 3. The sine is minus the square root of 3 over 2. The cosine is 1/2. When you do the division, you get minus the square root of 3. This reduces to plus 3. So this is negative 4 plus 4. Minus the negative makes plus 4 square roots of 3 minus 3. And we simplify that. Those cancel, of course. And we get 4 square roots of 3 minus 3. And we're done.